Financial coach Shannaan Dawda here, CPA, author of the 5-star rated book From Paychecks to Power. What we're covering today, of course, is I do my little private Q&A session. And in discussion with you all today, we got a question here from Mary Kate. So Mary Kate says, I'm looking in the process to buy a home because I can afford rent month to month, and I actually paid $1,000 to start the process. In the process of buying a townhouse now, where the mortgage would be a little under $1,100. My current rent is $1,200. Thinking short term, it makes sense when I saw that I could get what I could budget month to month. It's just a horrible decision. I don't plan on to be there long, not over 5 years. Easy to resell townhouses. Your thoughts? So because I know who you are and I know what you're trying to do, I guess personally, since I know a little bit about your private experience, I would say that, I guess your finances, what I would say is that it's more than likely safe to say that you should try to, for an instance, you should try to make sure that you really think about what you're trying to do here. So you're pretty much you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? So you've got your rent right now is $1,200. Your current future situation will be $1,100. There's not really a big price difference there, right? So what you're trying to do is save $100, right? And I get it. You get some ownership. You're owning some things, but owning a house costs a lot more than what people make it to be, right? Because you've got your rent, you got your mortgage, you got your property insurance, you got, if things go bad in the house, you got to fix it, right? You just can't call a landlord or a maintenance person to fix it for you. Yeah, and so there's just increased costs overall, and so you don't want to position yourself to where that's where you are and that's what you're doing. So with that being said, because I know there are other things financially in play, because I know your situation personally, and I'm not calling you out, but you need to make sure you take care of your other debts that are in the way first. One of the reasons why you're living check to check is not because of the rent situation. That's just a symptom of the problem. The problem is we've got other expenses, other debts that are tied up to you financially, right? So it could be the car note, it could be credit cards, it could be student loans, right? All these things adding up are making you feel like you're living very tight. So the problem is not necessarily the rent or your housing situation. The problem is the limited cash flow because you've got all these expenses. So that's what you really want to focus on and pay attention to. I hope that makes sense. I hope that addresses your concern. Personally, I would not buy a house right now. I would wait. One, because the market is overinflated. Two, because it's just not the best time to be buying, right? It's a seller's market. So it means people who are selling it are going to make tremendous profit. So it just didn't make sense for when there's an expected crash on real estate to happen for you to buy at the peak, right? You don't want to buy high. Warren Buffett's rule of thumb, buy low, sell high. If you're buying right now, you're the kind of people that you're in the situation where Warren Buffett and his crew makes money, right? People who buy high when I'm selling high, right? So just kind of keep that in mind long term and in focus and vision. Just have patience. You know, the biggest thing with housing and the homes and all that is that we rush. Just take your time. It'll happen in due time. But get your ducks in order. Get your finances in order first. Allow your future home to be a blessing, not a curse. All right. Thank you for tuning in. It's your financial coach, Shannaan Dawda here, and I'm tuning out. Peace.